What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Faith?
Thursday.
Yes, let us know where you all are tuning in from. Let us know where you're coming in from, and we definitely gonna give you a shout out. One thing that I did forget was the microphones, but hopefully,
well, I know I'm loud enough. I don't know about. I don't need to go get the microphone.
I'm gonna do this real quick.
It's not really that serious.
I'm gonna show off my shirt too. I'm gonna show off my shirt. Black marriage matters. Okay.
I should have worn mine.
Hey, give some hearts if you think black marriage matters. Give some hearts if you feel like black marriage matters. We want to see some hearts up in the house right now. I don't see no hearts yet.
Because they still coming in the room. We want to welcome you this evening. We're going to be talking a very sensuous topic tonight. I just said a sister's name who just gave some. I just said her name, so I got to send her that information.
I'm saying a good
I'm about to send it. You know who I'm talking to.
What's up, 529?
Hey, Joseph Ray, we see that you have joined us. I see Leticia in the house. We are going to be talking about something really good tonight, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. We're going to talk about something really good. Something really good tonight. We're talking about, y'all, sensuality, sensuality, touching, kissing, intimacy, and really getting close and connected with your partner. We think that it's extremely important to edify and enhance the quality of your relationship. And so, again, if you're having some challenges in this area, it's not all about y'all going to that direct spot, hitting that direct area, focusing on that one particular, sometimes it is. A lot of times it is, actually. But what we want to do is give you all some things that y'all probably have not thought about, some areas that you're probably neglecting in your relationship that you need to focus on when it comes to your partner, and maybe even yourself, especially in the area of sensuality. So again, tonight's topic, y'all, is 7 hot spots or 7 sensual spots that can enhance and increase the intimacy in your relationship.
Oh my goodness, the Hammonds are checking in.
What's up, y'all?
I see Diane representing Kingston, New York. Kingston, New York. That sounds like good. That sounds like just a good place. Kingston, New York. I see Margot in the house in LaKenya. I see y'all coming on in here, and I just want to say this. People like to talk about, some. I see you, Danielle, and I see you, Crystal, on YouTube.
What's up, y'all?
People like to talk about this whole thing around sensuality and love and intimacy and touching and all that. I have to say, and I'm not just sizing it, y'all. I have to say, I see you representing Virginia. You do a good job in being very sensual. That's just a part of your nature. That's part of your nature. God bless you with that. And therefore I am blessed. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. So let me say this. If you are watching us for the first time, this is my fabulous, dynamic, amazing husband, my high school sweetheart, my boo from back in the day, my homeboy, my everything. His name is Ayize.
And this right here is my queen, my princess, the love of my life, my soulmate, my all in all, my heart, my
music to
just my sweetheart, my baby, the love of my life, Iana, my wife. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Yes,
my wife, Iana.
We're married. So we have been together for quite some time. We're high school sweethearts, married for 15 years, together for 23. We have 5 children. We're both licensed therapists, but this is not therapy.
It's not.
This is just our coming from our own personal experience and some of our professional experience as well. And let me tell you something. We do this. This is what we do for a living. But at the same time, it is because we walk the walk every day in relationship with each other, with real friends and real people in our community who are, dealing with their relationships, that we feel that we are really, really giving you something good. Because, you can study something, but how many people know it's all right to study something? But if you ain't really doing it, you ain't really in it, your insight is limited.
Absolutely.
Your insight is limited. So
you got to concretize that thing, not just theorize about it. You got to concretize and practice it.
Practice what you preach.
Make that thing real. Absolutely. Especially in this area right here, y'all. A lot of us talk big game and got, big minds when it comes to this area. And unfortunately, a lot of people are struggling when it comes to connecting in and really getting close and touching and being intimate with their partner. So this right here is not the space where you want to fake. Again, if you're having some challenges,
get your pen and paper and write it down.
Area, you want to make sure that you're paying attention so you can take some notes, because again, we got to do this.
Yeah,
we got to do this, and it's not about just getting to that spot, getting to that area. It's about really making sure you massage the mental, making sure you massage the emotional, making sure you touch specific areas that don't necessarily include the genitalia, but you want to make sure you're paying attention to these 7 spots that we're going to give you this evening, because again, they will definitely increase the intimacy in your
Now, I'm just going to go ahead and say, like, my husband is kind of like a master. Like, back in the day, he had,
master?
you know, I mean, yeah, because you're just like, he had, what is that book? The Tao of Sexology. And, you know, he gets into, you talking about all kind of stuff. So, you know, he's a little more advanced than me in this area,
just a little bit.
You know, but I am a good student, and, you know, I'm learning more and more every day.
Yeah,
every day. So I just want to shout out Crystal from Stone Mountain, Georgia, because, you know, my undergraduate alma mater is in the ATL. Crystal. I went to Clark Atlanta University, so I saw Stone Mountain. I was like, oh. And I see that Dion is representing Detroit, and Tasha is representing Pontiac, Miami. Pontiac. All right now, that's something. And my Aunt Ra, I see you, sis. Hey there, hey there. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Oh, but y'all gotta share this video now, y'all. Can you please share? LaDonna, I see you're back. I'm so glad that you're back. Not married yet, but it's all good. Janet, you're back. I see you representing Virginia. So again, welcome back for another night of Thursday situation.
Yeah. Before we go ahead and get started, y'all, it's something that I'm itching to just play a little snippet of.
Really?
And yeah, I really am. And this song has been this song has been on my mind, you know, earlier in the day.
Okay.
This ain't the version that I'm looking for.
Really?
Hold on, I gotta find the right version.
What's the song?
I gotta find the right version. You can keep on talking while I look for the version.
Okay, as a reminder, I want you to share this video, and I also want you to pay attention to just one thing that stands out to you. Don't try to become, you know, Miyagi out this joint and just like, I'm just about to master all of these erogenous songs. That's great. And that's cute, especially if you feel that there is some type of limitation in your sex life, in your intimate moments. Again, we're not just talking about intercourse. We're not just talking about coming together and sexually being with each other in terms of penetration. What we're talking about is how you get to a place of connection. Sex and sexology and all kinds of things that really revolve around physical oneness, physical touching. They bring you closer when you are open and when you are ready. So I want you to just focus on one thing that stands out to you tonight, and then go on and try that thing. Go on and try it. Okay?
And y'all, the video that I was trying to play, or at least the song that I was trying to play, and maybe I should have downloaded it ahead of time, but International Lover by Prince. I really wanted to play that, y'all, because that kind of like sets the stage and sets the mood for me to really enter into that zone and speak about this topic that we're going to be talking about tonight. So, but because I can't pull it up on YouTube at the moment, if somebody drops a link, I might be able to pull it up that way. But in any event, I wanted to, you know, lift that up and shout out to Prince, R.I.P. But yeah, that kind of sets the tone and sets the stage for me. So tonight, y'all, again, seven sensual spots or 7 secret spots or whatever we call it. Yeah, you know, it's something that we're talking about. Why I gotta be struggling?
You like 7
Why I gotta be struggling?
Because you were. Okay, Fine 29 said that's her jam.
Yeah,
Johnny, I see you representing Columbia, South Carolina.
That's something special.
All right, guys, here we go. I'm going to start off. Okay, so we're looking at erogenous zones, and we want to remember that there is a kind of connection that happens between two people that that can only happen when you shut up and connect.
And please share this video, y'all. Some people need to shut up out there, but please share this video.
When you shut up and you connect, that means that you have to be willing to do what we always talk about, which is so important and it's a requirement. You have to be vulnerable, because much of what we're getting ready to share with you, you might be like, that sounds good, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. So, for example, one very little known erogenous zone for men is, and tell me if you knew about this. If you know about it, go ahead and let us know, the soles of their feet. Did you know? Did you know that an erogenous zone, particularly for men, is the soles of their feet? They have more nerve endings in the soles of their feet than women do. And so if you are massaging their feet, If you are pressing, especially 1/3 down, kind of on their foot, there's an acupressure point there that can kind of get them, a little hot and bothered, a little bit like, okay, like what you doing, right? Get them a little aroused, especially if you combine, messing with their feet, massaging their feet with some sweet talk, or with letting them talk to you about what is going on with them, or, what's happening in their day, or just letting them know how you want to do some things after you finish rubbing their feet. So you might not have known that, but I'm telling you, 529, honey, you said it. Foot magic. She said foot magic. Yes, foot magic can make some things go really good. So I want you to think about that, because that might be a pathway, especially with that foot rubbing, because sometimes people just need to put some stuff down, sit down, and just be taken care of, just be tended to. So that allows you to do that. But for men, that's a really good one. All right. So you want to make them go wild. Give them a little sensual foot massage, have a warm towel ready, place his feet, on your lap, maybe like in a pillow. Really, really kind of make yourself present in the moment, and prepare for the moment. Get some lotion, right? And, lotion his feet, and use your thumb and really press down and make it a sensual moment. That can take you to places you ain't never know you could go. But you got to be vulnerable, and you got to do it right.
Yeah, my Ra, she actually lifted that up too, y'all. The importance of being vulnerable in that process, because sometimes people don't want you around their feet, they don't want you around them, period. And so it does require a certain level of vulnerability for you to be able to open up and let your partner, let your woman touch your feet and caress and massage and press the thumb points, and acupressure points, and all of that type of stuff. So again, vulnerability is key. And so when it comes to women, y'all, what I want to lift up is that a secret spot, a hot sensual spot that is important for us to pay attention to, fellas, is their lips. Now, I'm saying their lips because, again,
I wasn't expecting that one.
Lips, you kiss the lips and that type of thing, but you can do way more with the lips than just kiss the lips. Now, you don't have to get crude, you ain't got to get crass or anything like that, but I mean, you can use your fingers and play with lips. All right, you can trace their lips with your fingers. You can do a number of different things. You can take some ice, yes, with your tongue. Take some ice and trace the lips. In addition to that, y'all, what you want to pay attention to is not just the lips, but the face. The face itself. So women, they spend a lot of time paying attention to the face, patting the face, beating the face, all of that type of stuff, putting the makeup on and everything like that. But one thing that they probably don't do or don't experience from a man is a man massaging the face. And so if you take the time to actually get some oil or whatever her preference is, and massage the face, under the eyes, over the eyes, around the nose and around the lips, again, paying attention to the lips, that right there is a sensual spot in a space that you want to make sure you're paying attention to. So again, what this is going to require is vulnerability on your part, ladies, but fellas, I'm encouraging you to ask your woman if she would like a face massage, and specifically a lip massage.
A lip massage.
With some ice, with your tongue, with your fingers, whatever it may be.
Does anybody know anything about this? Has anybody done any of this? Have you done this lip massage and face massage? Do you think that's only for when you go to the spa? Because you can go to the spa and they can do all of that. You can do that at home.
And does that feel good? When y'all go to the spa, does it feel good when you have somebody, what do you call it, a facial, giving you a facial? Right. Does it feel good?
Of course it does. Of course it does. We got to get that going at home. Okay. All right. So here's a really good one. I really, really enjoy doing this for my boo. I really do. You know what it is?
I don't know.
You don't have no idea? You ain't gonna give me a guess? You don't have no idea?
I don't know.
I really, really like just kissing. Many parts of him. Right? But what I want to really point you to is intentional kissing, intentional energy. And so what I mean by that is I can be with him and take his shirt off, and all I'm kissing is his back from the top up right here, from his shoulders. I'm coming up. Oh, y'all see all of this? I'm coming over here to the middle, over here, all around the back, all the way down, right where I'm touching, right at the what did you call this? What is part? The small of his back. Yes, the small of his back, right? And let me tell you something. he's doing like this and kind of moving a little bit. And he is usually pretty anxious to turn around. Like, let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me get at you. What I really want you to understand is that if you just pick one part of the body, one space in the body, whether it is, like I talked about, the back, whether it is, you know, a leg or the face, like my husband said, and give it intentional energy. By the time you finish on that part of the body, you should have kissed maybe 50 to 60 times. 50 to 60 times. I mean, you take your time with it. You take your time with it. And so when you can do that, and taking your time with it means that you're not just in the moment, just kind of performing a task, but you're doing that thing so much so that no, hold up. Y'all tell me this. Have you ever been kind of, you know, in a place of, you know, physical intimacy with your boo, or, you know, in the moment, and you kind of get lost in it? Do you know what I'm talking about? Anybody, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you still have some place to go in terms of your sexual expression, but you get lost into it, so that even when you're doing the kissing, you're into the how your lips pucker, right, and how they part, and you are really caressing and you are really into it. It's being present in the moment. Yes. So kissing, for those who are taking notes, at least 50 to 60 times, just one part of the body. You could be doing that thing with your finger.
Hey, don't listen to her, y'all.
You can be doing it with your finger.
I
want you to kiss the finger for 50 times. No, I'm just playing. So my point is, be intentional and really take the time to be present. But the back, I'm telling you, it's good, right? All up around here, because right above your butt, you know, you just, ooh, what is that? Yeah. Right? That's a really good erogenous zone. And if you're giving a massage, why not surprise your sweetie pie and just go on ahead and start kissing? You're like, oh, what's this? Right? Yeah. Again, it requires what my Aunt Ross said, it requires vulnerability. Because again, we oftentimes don't do some of these things because we think, I ain't gonna like be like, what you doing? Yeah. Right.
And sometimes they might be, again, because they're uncomfortable. They're not used to it. They're not expecting it. And depending upon how you come at it, you know, they might push you off. But, you know, don't take their resistance as permanent resistance. Again, people got to grow to a space of comfort in order to open up and be vulnerable enough to allow you in. I like what Crystal Farley Thompson said. She says, this is soul preaching.
Soul preaching.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because it's soul connecting. Yeah, for sure, Crystal.
So yeah, so we're saying that some people will share the video. Go ahead and share the video. We got several more points that we're going to cover this evening.
We're number 3. We're going to 7.
I'm on number 2 right now.
No, we're not. But that's 14 points. That's not what we're doing.
I'm on number. So we had this conversation every week. I got a number 2.
We're on number 3. We're going to 7.
I got a number 2. I got a number 2.
No, you're on number 3.
I'm on number 2.
No, and then I'll be on number 4.
My number 2.
Y'all ain't trying to say nobody sitting here for no 14 situations.
My number 2.
Stop doing that. You always do that. Number 3. Number 3.
The nape of the neck. So my number 2. The nape of the neck.
Number 3.
When you come in this area over here and you just start kissing the neck and you know, one thing I like to do is to stand behind my wife.
Yeah.
And sometimes
that's my favorite spot. My favorite spot.
And you know, I'll just come behind her and, you know, kiss the back of her neck. It's you know, real soft, and the little baby hairs and all of that. So again, the nape of the neck and
okay, but you don't stop doing all that right now, because I'm getting a little lower. Wow. That's all I can say. Okay, instruct. You don't have to touch me no more.
So yeah, so again, y'all, I mean, that's a key area, and sometimes just standing behind your woman, she feels your presence, pressing up against her. If she got her hair up, lean over, kiss her on her shoulder, and
we ain't going to 14, Simone. We ain't even going to 14. We're going to 7. That's what it says. 7.
Simone said we're not gonna make it to 14.
We ain't going to no 14. We're going to 7.
So yeah, so that's my number 2, y'all. Go ahead and do that.
Stop.
And please share
that's number 3.
It's number 2.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay. Now, number 4.
Number 3.
Look, stop. Okay. So the 4th point here. I'm pressed, right?
I know. Our numbers are all jacked up. So I guess I'm going to be on this joint doing mine while you gone.
I'll be like, and thank you for coming out. So the 4th one, y'all, let me tell you something that gets my husband, I mean, without fail.
But I got to be me, though. I mean, don't speak.
Who else is going to be?
I mean, I'm just saying, why can't you just speak about men in general?
You feel like, am I like making, I'm just having you out? This is the last one. I won't do no more. I won't talk about you no more. So okay, so this is number 4.
Everything about you, so I speak in general.
Why not? I mean, as long as it's appropriate.
Yeah.
So number 4, Is it number 3? Number 4. Number 4. Okay, so this one really gets him. I don't care what we are doing. I don't care if we're just chilling on the couch. I don't care if we in the bed.
I see you, Shane.
I don't care what we are doing. And y'all want to notice. I want to notice from the brothers who are listening. Maybe the sisters feel this way too. Because I get stimulated this way, but not in the same way. The ears, yo.
Yeah.
Oh, Latisse, thank you, honey. She's trying to keep us on track. Number 1 was feet. Number 2 was the lips. Number 3 was kissing. What you just say?
I got my own though.
No, you don't.
I got 7 of my own.
No,
you got 7 of yours.
No, Latisse, you on point. Yeah, Latisse, it was net. Thank you. And now we on. No,
men and women are different, so we can't say the same thing for each gender.
Look, I don't know. It's 7 points. So the ears. If I just take my tongue and put it anywhere, do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Near his ear, in his ear, around his ear. Sometimes when I want things to speed up a little bit, well, sometimes you can use these as strategies. You know, I'm like, I'm into it, but I'm like, he's trying to take it nice and just do all this stuff. And I'm like, I still got stuff I need to do. Let me go to his.
Ladies, be proud.
Every now and then. Let me go to his ears and use my tongue. So he's like, he can't help it. Like, come here. Let's do this. So again, the ears are very sensual. I know they are for everyone. But at the end of the day, you can really, really stimulate your partner.
I like that song.
Take your time and use a little bit of influence in the ear zone. Now he's gonna be thinking every time I'm kissing or doing something with his head, he's gonna be thinking,
rush me.
No, I'm not. I'm
trying to rush me.
I just know that I know what makes you tick and tock. I'm like, I know what this gonna do. Okay, so what number we on? What number? All right, don't even mess. We're not on number 3. No, we're not.
Okay, so I can actually take that too, because I was gonna say the same thing, the ears. So I'll balance it out and say to be on number 4 now. So the ears for my wife, not for my wife, but for women.
Why are we talking about? I already talked about the ears.
I know you did, but you spoke about it for men.
I'm just talking about it in general. Just do something else.
No, I'm doing the ears too. And so
we're not on one accord.
You know, not just kissing using your lips, but also whispering in your partner's ear, using your fingers to touch and caress around your partner's ear, blowing in your partner's ear.
What are you whispering?
You know, I mean, you whispering, you know.
And what's some other things you can whisper?
Suggestive.
Sweet nothings. Sexually suggestive comments.
Bible verses.
Shut up.
So don't try that.
Yea, though I walk through the valley. All right, we're not right. Okay, so but also what I want to liberate some people to do, I want you to, if you don't already, and some y'all probably ain't gonna tell the truth and say what y'all really do, but you know, get dirty. Get dirty. Get a little nasty. And, you know, everybody has their thresholds. And I just want to speak to that for a second, that many couples that we work with, you know, one partner is a little more free. You know, he's all the way out there. And I'm pretty like, what's up? You know, but he's like on, you know, he's just really out there. So overnight right now, I mean, now we have come together and we have a clear rhythm and we know what's up. But, you know, I was like, we going all the way out there? Can we come back to the shore for safety? You know, and so at the end of the day, you have to be willing to work with your partner to understand what that balance is all about, and so that you're both stretching a little bit, and that you're also kind of, you know, being mindful of your partner's limitations. But we gotta get nasty, y'all. I mean, just like straight up, we got to be willing to do some things to switch it up. Nobody wants to do the same thing all the time. Nobody wants to have the same sex all the time. Some people, you know, some people might be like, it's not even about having the same sex. Can I just have some sex? I don't care if it could be the same way. Can we just get some? Yeah. So everybody's in different phases in their relationships, right? And trying to push up against certain barriers that may be keeping you disconnected sexually. But I'm telling you, you have to switch it up. I am telling you the absolute, no size, no whatever, the absolute truth. Sex with my husband is better and better and better. Every day that goes by, every year that goes by, every moment that goes by, it is, because not just because we are, and I do tell people we are naturally, we have not had to work hard at it. We naturally complement each other. We've always just The energy's been on point, and we ain't had to work at that. Thank you, Lord. But in addition to that, we do not go to sleep on the job. We try, what we gonna, how we gonna do? Let's go to the store. Let's get this. Let's order this online. Let's, like, what can we do? Right. And we really try to keep our bedroom a safe space where we can share with each other, like, stuff that we are interested in, stuff that we are curious about. And we do that with each other because we have established that it's a safe place. You understand? So
I mean, you
going
dropped
to
a number of key points in there. You said online.
You just go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, making love with my husband is like going on a trip. It's like going on a trip. And that's really what you want to create. It's like, I can't wait, not because it's just gonna be like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Not because it's just like, let me hurry up and get it done, but because we can ready to go somewhere. And this is about to be a journey. You know, it's a voyage. And woo, you took me there and now I'm back. You know, how many people, you go to work every day and you can't wait. Some of y'all starting to plan those vacations right now. We just booked our cruise the other day. Yeah. So some of you starting to plan right now because you're like, it's essential, it's important. We haven't always been in the place where we've been able to do that. We've been able to afford to go anywhere. But let me tell you one thing we did do. We went all kind of places right in our bedroom. We done been to all kind of places. So you have to be willing to do that. Take risks, get freaky, do some things that are different, and don't put these little boxes on each other like, well, I can't do that with my wife, or I can't think like that about my husband. This is your partner. This is your life mate. Let's explore it. Talk about it, right? Because the labels serve to prevent you from going to the next level in your sexual exploration, and not just your relationship with your partner, but also in terms of how you know yourself and who you know yourself to be sexually. Just make this rule. Nothing's completely off the table. I know you say, what? What does that mean? Nothing. They're like, wait a minute. Where is Jesus, Mary, and Joseph? Tell them to come up in here, right? But what I mean by that, of course, there are things that are not negotiable. But what I mean by that is that you have to have the freedom to be able to talk. You have to have the freedom to be willing to even bring some of your feelings. If you don't have that level of safety and that level of transparency in a relationship, then I'm telling you, somebody's not satisfied. Just share it.
Yeah.
For me able to have somebody that I can share some of these thoughts with. Because who do we go around telling this stuff to? Nobody. Don't tell nobody this stuff. Your partner is the one who you can give that to. And even if you all can't go all the way there because you're like, we're not doing that, right? How can we get closer to that street? We ain't going on the street, but we can go stand across the street from it, right? Because we are willing to just have a safe space and share with one another. That's the point I'm making. Shaifa, I see you, my sister. Hi.
Wow.
All right.
Again, y'all,
that was a long point.
Video.
My bad. That was a long point. But I mean, that's important.
That was a good
it's
point.
Very
though,
important.
I mean, you lifted up a couple of things. You said something about getting some online, which some people are opposed to. They feel like their partner is the only thing and should be the only thing to satisfy.
I'm talking about ordering stuff. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm talking about. So,
like not getting manipulative.
Yeah, any manipulatives. Yeah. So
I don't understand. If that's you, I want you to drop a comment. Like, what's up with that? What's wrong with that?
And then you also.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me shout Cheryl out. Cheryl, hi.
Hey, what's up, Cheryl?
That's my girl.
You also mentioned creating a safe space, and so you elaborated on that, which I thought was extremely important. The thing that I also want to lift up in reference to the point that my wife just mentioned is that when it comes to this area of creating a safe space, I think that in creating a safe space, you need to make sure that you're removing the barriers to being risque. And so first, it has to occur with yourself. And, until you're able to actually confront yourself and deal with some of the baggage, some of the self-imposed notions that you have when it comes to sexuality, you won't be able to open up and explore that with your partner. So again, what we're speaking about tonight is sensual things that you can do, not even addressing that main erogenous area, but these other erogenous areas that you probably have neglected in your relationship. But again, you want to make sure that you're in a space where you're willing to be open to allow your partner to enter in. But you got to do your self-work first in order for that to take place. All right, so my next one, y'all. My next one is I'm gonna go ahead and speak about the wrist. If you take time to play with your wife's wrist, kiss on your wife's wrist, nibble on your wife's wrist.
I mean, why you gotta do it?
Just touch it and massage it, caress it, play with the hands, the fingers, and And just touching, y'all. It works wonders. And so I'm appreciative of what you just said a moment ago. You really put me on. You really shouted me out.
I did. What
in reference to just how I be holding you down. And so you definitely be holding me down too. Definitely.
Aww.
Definitely do.
Well, thank you.
And so again, fellas, pay attention to the hands, to the wrists. Massage the hands. Get some oil, some olive oil, some grapeseed oil, some lotion.
Let me say something about the olive oil. Go ahead. Can I say something about it?
Rub the fingers, the hands. Just take your time. Take your time. So
massage is great. You ever have experienced a massage? And I'm sure everybody has. You ain't had no oil. You know what I mean? It's just dry. So we are a fan of having oil. It's nice to get a little slippery, right? It is. It's nice to get a little slippery, right? And it allows things to flow a little more, right? It's nice. We getting ourselves set up tonight, ain't we, babe? We setting ourselves up really nicely. But let me tell you something. Do not get the olive oil in the kitchen next to the flour. And next to, whatever the seasonal and that kind of thing. My husband has a bad habit. I'm like, these are our things for our bedroom and for, and once that's done, then we got to go back and get that stuff. We're not, I just was shaking the olive oil in the pan, making the baby's food. And then I come upstairs and he like shaking it. No, I'm sorry. I just have a problem with that. I want you to invest in 2 bottles of olive oil. I do. And I want you to invest in making sure that you have your resources. And really and truly, olive oil, yes, it is an oil that many people cook with, but it actually is a very healthy oil for the skin. So it is something that is really good. But
why do it matter? Why does it matter?
I want you to have 2 different ones. Because I don't want to see flour on the bottle or see.
You gotta free your mind.
No, I just don't like that.
I'm trying to save money.
What? Trying to say we about to
trying to be cost effective. Yes.
All right, there's the next one. The next one, I don't even know what number this is, but no, we almost done. So
I got several.
The back of his knees. The back of his knees. This is really good. So this is good for anybody, right? But I just know that I enjoy, hey, Khadijah, we see you. The back of his knees. I like being able to kiss his knees, to take my time down there. See, there used to be something back in the day, and I say back in the day because I think that people are foreplay challenged today. We really are about getting to the point. We either want to get to the point because we don't even know how to slow down and take our time because it's like 10:30 and we got to get up and go to work. So we need this to be done by 10:32 because we got some things that we got to do. There's so many different things pressuring us. And so you really get to explore the body and go to a different place when you take your time. And the back of the knees, I mean, I just want you to try that. I mean, just touch the back of your own knees. It don't feel the same when you touch yourself, right? You ever wonder about that? Why things that you do yourself, it don't feel the same? Now, that's not with mutual masturbation. That's a bonus tip for you. You can feel good that way. And mutual masturbation is a wonderful way. It is a wonderful way to be able to connect in emotionally with your partner, to masturbate mutually, have eye contact, and hold the eye contact the entire time you're doing it. So if there's some issue around touching with each other, or you all are whatever, you wanted something new and different, or maybe y'all kind of beefing a little bit, do that together. That was just a side little bonus tip for you. But the back of the knees is a good place. It's a good place to really give your man pleasure. Because when you hit the back of those knees and then use your fingertips and as you caress the back of the knees, do the kissing, do the licking, do that kind of thing, and then come right on up to the inner thigh on men and women. Very sensitive. Anybody ever had a little inner thigh action? You're like, oh, Lord, right? That's what you like, right? Where you going? Where you going? That's what you want. Where you going? What you doing? Right? Because that inner thigh is very sensitive and it also mentally gets you to a place of expectation and anticipation and excitement. So you want to be able to really build up the anticipation. But again, I'm going to say this because a lot of times folks don't say this. We tell you what to do. We don't tell you how to do it. The how is not what you think it is. The how is not like first do this, then go. No, the how is in be vulnerable. Vulnerability is the key. It's the key to doing some of the things that you have not perhaps done in the past, or maybe revisiting some of these things. So hit up the back of the knees. Hit up the back of the knees. That's mine.
Hey, I want to do an informal survey real quick. And, ask y'all a question. And please be honest.
And I want to know why y'all not sharing the video. Y'all don't want nobody to know y'all looking at a video about
Cheryl, she said she shared. Thanks for sharing,
Oh,
Cheryl.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Yeah,
my sister always
video.
looking out. And I've seen a couple of other people. But some of y'all like, I don't want nobody to know what I'm looking at.
Hey, so I want to do an informal survey really quickly. Guys have this belief, and we've been taught this way, that better. And I'm not talking about your physical apparatus. I'm talking about the length of time. And so I want to know the time of engaging in
having sex.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all, please give us your answers on this. I want to know.
I want to know, what do you feel is an appropriate
amount of time
to have sex? Go ahead and drop whether it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours. What do you feel is
3 hours?
It's a good time.
Somebody might say 1 minute. Just come on, get some numbers. Come on, y'all, comment. Let us know.
I think that this would be,
I really want to know this.
Informational for the men specifically, because again, we have certain beliefs. So I see somebody over here on YouTube drop 20 minutes.
20 minutes, okay.
What's some other numbers? And I want them from men and women. 35 minutes, 20 minutes. Okay, Facebook, where y'all at? What's 15 minutes?
15.
Okay. 1 hour. 45 minutes, 35 minutes.
Several sessions of 20 minutes.
Okay.
So 7. Okay. 7 minutes. All right.
Been met.
30.
30.
1 hour. So let me ask y'all, is this intercourse this entire time? I just want to know. Is this 12 minutes to 35 minutes? Is this intercourse the entire time y'all are talking about? Or are you talking about the entire act of sex from the very beginning
until she comes,
until to the end? So this is not intercourse. I just think, like, intercourse for hours, for just for
1 to 2 hours. I mean, and again, we ask this question because
it's not just about intercourse, right?
There is no norm. Seeing some information.
Okay, Gardner said combo. Okay, really, thank you, LaDonna.
It's really based off of the entire act, but also too, based off of when orgasm occurs. So whether it be the male or the female orgasm, but them both having an orgasm. So again, it's important to know that information. And fellas, so I want y'all to pay attention to this. I think that women, and I don't know, I could be wrong. This right here is my wife, and I only been with her since we've been married. So again, I don't know. But in what I want to know from you, expectation is, do you expect more than what the time is? 35 minutes, an hour, et cetera, et cetera.
Wait a minute, somebody
so do you expect it to be longer, or do you expect it to be shorter? Are the expectations different than what the actual experience is?
I don't even understand your question. Y'all understand it? Y'all go ahead and answer.
Do you expect for the intercourse to be longer than what the actual experience of intercourse is?
What does that even mean?
So what that means is, right now you might be doing 20 minutes. Is there an expectation that is 45 minutes?
So are you just saying, like, whatever you're getting, do you want more? Do you want longer?
I mean, you can say it that way. I'm just curious to know, like, what are people expecting? Do they expect more? Do they expect less? I see 5 pumps and I'm done.
Yeah, 5 pumps and I'm done. You need to get your weight up.
No.
Yeah, 5 pumps. Come on now.
No. That's passing judgment. We don't do that. It could be 5 long, slow pumps. 5 pumps might be the best that he or she can do.
Well, that might be, but you can still work to get your weight up.
I'm not passing judgment.
I'm not passing judgment. Okay, hold up, y'all. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not trying to pass judgment. What I'm saying is,
see, I like to play more over here. Okay.
Is that you need to go a little longer than 5 pumps. Ain't even 1 minute.
But what if you spend 15 minutes in foreplay?
Well,
and then you spend 2 minutes on the 5 pumps.
I mean, yes. Okay, so yes. I mean, depends on where you're going, what you're doing. All right.
How do you get your weight up?
All right. I knew Fine 29 was getting ready to shout her Bruce out. She said he meets and exceeds every occasion. Be clear. I
see you, Bruce.
Yes. I knew she was going to represent.
So that's good, y'all. So fellas, pay attention to what you just saw. Again, men, we have the belief that we got to go for 4 or 5 hours.
All the
All
way.
the way up.
Thank you, Tasha. I know you understand where I'm coming from.
Nah, that's Pat. Nah, I'm not feeling that.
Okay, whatever. All right, so we're on number 7. It's the last
How
one.
are we gonna go to number 7? But I'm not. I still got some more. And then also, too, we're gonna give y'all too is from a man's perspective and a woman's perspective. I'm gonna tell you what like men like.
Hot.
What men like, and then you should probably let the men know what women
I thought that's what we're doing.
talking about. What are you talking about? You're talking about ways to satisfy the man. But I think it would be good to share how to satisfy women from a woman's perspective.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
All right. So another thing y'all want to do, fellas, is to focus on the hair. So rubbing the hair, massaging the hair, giving a hair massage, a head massage, shampooing the hair. That right there is also sensual as well. So you want to make sure you're paying attention to that because women appreciate you, like, you know, teasing the hair, unless, you know, just
yeah, that was doing something right there.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, save that for later.
Save it for later.
Yeah, I like that.
Pulling the hair.
No, not pulling them.
Not pulling them.
I'm gonna go to sleep. Stop. Making me like. Okay.
The hair.
Okay, the hair. There it was. We demonstrated, Shan. We demonstrated. But Jaisha said, "Don't touch my hair." Okay, give us some insight on that. I love that. Thank you. And Jaisha also backed me up. 5 pumps? No, it's not where it's at. So, let me just say this.
What about for the 5-pump brother that's on here right now? I mean, again, we're
trying to educate, and it's not about passing judgment. We're letting you know that's not good enough. That's not good enough. So maybe I shouldn't laugh when I say it, but it's not.
Because I could be 5 pumps one day.
Sometimes first of all, you could never be. Because I have told this man on several occasions, can you please, let's just, because he let me get some. Come on. I'm like, all right, come on. Let's just do this. You don't even know how to go fast. You don't even know how. I told you that, haven't I? You don't. All right, so here's the next one. Number, whatever this is. His scrotum.
Oh, we going there. So I left some of those off. So we can get deep and dirty.
I'm just saying that the scrotum is a big.
So I'm going to add on some more.
It is 9:45. We're not doing that.
I was trying to stay away from the gym.
Well, that's on you. You can stay. I'm just saying that the scrotum is a very, very, very sensitive place. My brothers out here, can you confirm that? Let me tell you something. You don't even have to have intercourse. You don't even have to go all the way there. But just taking your time with the scrotum is sensitive. Let me tell you. You know what I'm saying? You can caress it with your fingers. You can hold. You can massage. You can lick. You can suck. And there is an immense amount of pleasure. An immense, IMMENSE amount of pleasure that comes from really taking your time with your partner's scrotum. So what I would say to you is that if you have never, and I don't know, I mean, y'all let me know, but if you have not ever really taken your time to really juggle these balls, you're just gonna have to just do it. Did you just he just like nudge me? Is our kids around or something?
No.
What's wrong? All right, I mean, why are you not? He's like nudging me under the table, and I'm like, when our kids came in the room?
No.
What are you doing that for? If you, I mean, ooh wee, can we just come on? We're all adults here. You're getting like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? I mean, the balls are great things. I mean, I'll just say scrotum then to maybe it sounds better. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? Take your time with them and do what you have to do. What I'm saying is that there's an immense amount of pleasure that comes from that organ, and you need to take your time with it. Okay?
So
and that's just what it is.
So you made a comment about me a moment ago in terms of like the plate or the type of person that I am.
I did what I said.
I'm not gonna repeat it.
What did I say? Are you making stuff up?
But nah, you just referenced to like, you know, how I've taken you to certain places based on who I am. And so you've gone to a certain place. And I'm trying to stay away from that place because we ain't really trying to go there with these people.
You know, I don't even know what he's talking about right now.
I mean, it's you're being. I mean,
we're talking about your scrotum, a scrotum, not your scrotum. We're talking about. That's we're saying we're not talking about intercourse. I don't understand what he's talking about. So I think it's an amazing organ. It is very sensitive. It provides a lot of pleasure. It gets a lot of arousal, and it requires you to be in a place of really paying. Again, this is about paying attention to focusing in. And I think that it's I mean, you enjoy it.
I'm so tempted to be very detailed right now. I really am.
I don't even know something.
I'm very detailed about how to pay attention to that particular area or women. Not that area specifically.
You feeling your drink?
No, I'm just saying, like, I mean, because you're talking about the scrotum.
Do what you do. Are you trying to get permission right now? What are you doing?
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
What's going on with him, y'all? What's going on with him? Some women out here like, well, please let folks know so that we can get some tips. I don't, but you have to do what you're comfortable with.
All right. So what I will do is, Crystal said, "Go there and help us." I said, "Do it,
do it, do it, do it, do it, do it."
I'm not.
Look, McKay, do it.
Nah.
What is the issue?
It's just like really
your personality,
and I mean,
people talk about sex and educate about sex all the time, and we do as well.
Yeah.
Okay, she's all right.
Maybe in a private group or something.
Fran Janera said, "I'm listening." I was saying we need to have a. Do y'all think we should have a Facebook groups? Because I think on the groups we can.
Maybe a private group. I could be.
Okay, we're taking too much time here.
And explore the.
Falling asleep now.
But one thing that I do want to say there is that when it comes to satisfying your man, important. We mentioned the whole massage piece. So I want you to pay attention to the fact that when it comes to massaging your man, something as simple as taking his arm. And when you massage his arm,
they can't see.
They can't see me. Okay. You can sit in front of him.
Am I supposed to have my hand out like this?
Take his arm. Make sure his arm is in between your legs. And what you want to do is, we don't even know what number.
We don't know what number we on.
What you want to do is, don't just massage the arm like this. And some of y'all already know this, but make sure you massage the arm.
What arm are you talking about?
Your arm.
Your actual arm?
Yeah, his arm. Make sure you massage
your first, second, and third arm.
No, his actual physical arm. Because what happens is that in this motion right here, it's simulating, an action that he may do on his own. It's simulating an action that you could possibly do for him. So again, take two hands, not one hand. Take two hands, go up and down. And taking two hands, again, if you're simulating a certain experience, it's giving him the impression, it's psychologically informing him that this is me. This is his member, and you're handling his member in a particular way. And so take two hands and go up and down slowly, massaging him with some olive oil.
So that's suggestive.
It's very, very, very suggestive. Again, so that's something that you want to make sure that you're doing when it comes to your man and massaging him.
My arm's getting tired.
Massage the arm. Make sure the arm is in between your legs when you're massaging it up and down with two hands. So that's something that's simple right there.
Mm-hmm.
What can women do?
I'm done.
No. What can what can men do?
Tasha, I mean, what number we on for real?
What can men do that
what? Okay, now we're getting to the point of like what women are looking for. Mm-hmm. So let me just say this. Women are we're not monolithic, so I can't represent for women, right? But what I can tell you is that I'm equal parts, and many women are equal parts risque and want to be, held and kind of. I always tell my husband, like, woo me. You know what I'm saying? Like, just walk up on me and say something. He sent me a text today. Mm-hmm. Yeah, remember that? He sent me a text today. He was looking so good. He took a little picture. You want me to tell this?
I don't care.
Oh, he took a little picture of himself. He was looking fine. And where's my phone at? Oh, we're using it. What did you say? What did it say?
I want you.
I want you. I was like at my desk, like looked at the phone, like, oh, okay. He was looking good. I said, and you look good, don't you? And so I love that. We want to be pursued. We want to be wooed. We want that foreplay to start at the top of the day and carry it on through the night. Don't get mad at us when we still fall asleep later on, but we still want that. Okay, so I'm equal parts wanting to be wooed. I want to be handled. Yum, yum, yum. What does that mean? I am. I think we've said this before, but I'm a pretty expressive person. And my husband's very laid back. And in the bedroom, it's a completely different scenario. He like comes all the way forward and I'm just fall back. I love it. I love it. I mean, you just don't even understand how much I love that. I love the ability to not be on, to not just my dominant personality, kind of how I flow, to just fall back and this, like, yes, boo, what he is in control. And I don't care. This is not about sexism. It's not about all that, because I'm a staunch opposer of anything that is oppressive or repressive. Okay. But let me tell you something. This man handles me, and you have to be willing and able to handle your woman. So he woos me, right? He caresses me, and then he handles me. And what that means for me is that he takes control. And you know, he can get a little, what's that song? That song you're talking about?
Oh, the Tank song.
Yeah. I mean, some people don't like it, but it's the truth. Right. So I'm equal parts, all of that. And I think that many women are. I mean, and for those who are listening right now, or maybe watching this later, who are a little taken aback by some of this and you're not really sure about it, most of the time, and I'm not going to say all of the time, but much of the time, if you're not in touch with all aspects of yourself sexually, it's really because of some either conditioning or trauma or exposure that you've had in the past that has told you that's not okay. Mm-hmm. You know, and if God made all of us, which that's our belief, and God created all of us, and he created our full selves, then it's all good. And in the sanctity of marriage and a committed relationship, especially, it is great. It is great to be able to really tap into the fullness of who you are. So woo her, you know, roll up on her and mac her. Give her a little bit of love songs, give her some sweetness, and handle her. Let her know, this is what I do. This is how I got you. That is how that's how this woman likes to be treated in the bedroom. Mm-hmm. Equal parts. That's what I would say. I don't know if y'all agree. Where y'all at with that? My sisters, where y'all at? Do you feel me?
Nah, it seems like some people are like really agreeing, you know. A lot of people are saying yes.
Okay, yeah.
529 is saying yes. I'm seeing some amens over here.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
And that's real.
All right, Stephanie. Mm-hmm. She says she agrees. All right, the fellas, the brothers.
So I already gave one, but I'm gonna give another one. You know, make sure that, and this is probably for
just
both
in
genders,
general, overall.
You know, for both genders. You know, making sure that you're paying attention to the area right above. What?
Can you move out of the way? Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, paying attention to the area right above the pubic region. You know, kissing, touching.
The pubic region.
Kissing, touching, caressing.
That was funny.
You know, making sure you're paying attention to that area, because again, what it does is
above the pubic region.
Yeah.
So what is that? Your belly button?
No, lower beneath your belly button. So what it does is suggest that you might possibly entertain the idea of going a little bit lower.
So in between the belly button
it's not
and
hard. It's really not common.
I'm trying to get clarity between the belly button and above your pubic hairs. Yeah. That little space of your lower belly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you laughing?
I'm just trying to get educated.
What's funny about that?
I don't know. That's good. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I don't mean to interrupt.
So paying attention to that area, y'all, is really important.
See, because again, I agree.
It does is to suggest that there's some other things you might be trying to do. You know, you might be trying to go elsewhere, and you might be trying to go a little bit lower.
This is true.
And so, you know, kissing, touching, caressing, you know, you want to make sure that both of them. Somebody said his or hers. I'm saying both. Both.
Crystal said I'm silly. Yeah, just a wee bit.
Unless your region is nappy, you know, you want to make sure you pay close attention to not dragging your fingers through.
First of all, I don't know whose is not nappy. Whose is not? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Whose is not nappy? Whose is flowing like you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even understand that. And I had to tell you that before. What are you doing? You know, messing up the mood. Like, this is not, you can't pull, it's not my hair on my head. Even my head is, you know what I'm saying? It's not happening for. So yeah, it's a little nappy down there. Be careful. You can trying to get sensual and you're like, ooh, no, that's not working. Okay. So guys, we want you to know that, you know, exploring sexuality, exploring who you are. Yeah, the nappy dugout. That's what they would say, Stephanie. Exploring who you are and exploring who your partner, it really is a fun thing. It's an amazing thing to do. It's an amazing aspect of your relationship. If you would just go there, right? We've given you lots of different things tonight. We talked about getting in the back of your neck and then your small of your back, and what have we said about being vulnerable and
the thighs, the earlobes, the hair.
Right? We said, handle that scrotum. We talked about really being vulnerable and taking a risk. We have given you multiple things. And what we told you at the beginning of this live stream is we want you to pick one. Pick one. Just pick one and go there the next time you all come together. Take your time. Take your time.
You mentioned the scrotum, I would be remiss if I didn't.
You can't add on that. You said you were going at another time. No.
It's
over. It's 9:58.
Making sure you're paying attention to the lady, is something that's important too. So whether you're kissing, sucking, massaging.
You can do a whole class on this. Yeah. You might want to just hold on to to do another class. For real. I'm getting your way, but.
No, I hope that.
You just wanted to say that.
I hope that. So again, y'all, make sure that you're paying attention to your partner. Your partner's sweet, sensitive, sensual, sexual, intimate spots. And it ain't always got to pertain to the genitalia. You want to make sure that you're lifting up those areas around that. The neck, the earlobes, the back, the thighs, the feet, the fingers. And when it comes to a man's thumb, you can suck on a thumb and get them stimulated all day long. Pay attention to these areas, y'all, because again, in doing that, what it does is it enhances the connection in the relationship. If you ain't having sex,
Ross said you teasing us. I want to know. We can do a whole joint on that. But we're gonna have to create a Facebook page, a group. You can't be out of that. We're gonna have to go do a group.
Yeah. So we hope that y'all enjoyed this.
Did you enjoy? Did you enjoy? If you enjoyed, drop a heart, drop a like.
Drop a heart. Please share. Again, drop hearts. Please share, and we really appreciate you all's participation on this live stream.
But hold on, look. Question we got: how do you get your husband to start exploring you orally down there if they stopped a long time ago? And so I don't know if you have any insight on that. If they stopped so long ago, because it's probably a foreign concept for you. But what do you say?
Well, I would ask him why. I would ask you when.
When what?
When did he stop? You said a long time ago.
Well, it was a long time.
What was transpiring in your life during the time period when he stopped?
You're welcome.
Any specific things that you can point to that could possibly be the reason why he stopped? Are there some changes that may have occurred in him? Are there some changes that may have occurred in you? So there's a number of questions that I would ask, but once you get the answers to those questions, then that would also assist us in providing some direction in terms of actually getting him to get back where you want him to be.
So basically, you gotta do your homework. Mm-hmm. That's what you gotta do. You gotta do your homework and make sure that that you really try to get to the underlying need. All right, guys, it's been good. I'm so glad that you thoroughly enjoyed it, Mickey. Janet, as always, I'm so glad to see you back. And y'all gave some good energy this evening. I want you to now focus on the energy that you're going to give yourself and your partner. Brian, you missed it, but you can go back and listen to it. Go back and listen to it, because you need to figure out like one thing you're going to take from tonight that you're going to do. Anything that gives you hesitation, that gives you pause, then that means you need to kind of get comfortable with yourself. You're like, how am I going to do that with them? I'm not sure about that, right? Do it with yourself. How does that work? Figure it out. Anything you're doing with somebody else, you should be able to go there with yourself. Because if you don't know how to pleasure yourself, if you don't know how to do things with yourself, then you cannot teach your partner how to do anything with you. Okay? So you need to make sure that you become a master of your own sexual needs and satisfaction while you do that with your partner. Y'all are very welcome. As usual, we love connecting with you every Thursday night for Relationship Thursdays. Please share this video. It's not too late.
Spread the word. Let some people know that we do this every Thursday. We'll see y'all next.